is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Guten Morgen, guten Abend und guten Tag an alle unsere Zuschauer. Hallo alle zusammen von Zentraleuropa, unser INCRadio Satellite Studio hier in Zentraleuropa. Hello everyone, good morning, good day, and good evening to everyone. Welcome back to our Central Europe INCRadio Satellite Studio. I will be your host for today. I am Sister Alicia Faith Bartolome, reporting here from Heidelberg, Germany. And today I have my lovely co-host with me all the way to Netherlands. Hi, sister.
Hi, Sister Alicia. Hello to everyone watching and tuning into our broadcast for tonight. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to our viewers. My name is Sister Joanna Mason Chago from the local congregation of Amsterdam. And yes, I'm co hosting Sister Alicia for tonight's broadcast. Time check Central European Summertime. It's 8:01 p.m. So,
Yes, thank you, sister, so much for telling us and introducing yourself. So for tonight, you will be hearing from us a lot. So we have a full program planned. We have our German is Fun, which will be coming up in just a second. And we also have our topic, which I bet a lot of us are very excited for. Today, our topic will be about traveling with our kids. And with us, we have a lot of our panelists who are very experts in this category. So following our topic of the month is all about family. So stay tuned and make sure to stay tuned for our hacks and our tips from our panelists later on in our topic conversation. But for now, let's jump into our German is Fun because it's also important to learn German when you are traveling to Germany as well. So let's stay tuned as Sister Malu teaches us some more German is Fun. Viel Spaß! Welcome back, everyone, to our broadcast. Sadly, we don't have our German is Fun. We're having technical difficulties, but don't worry. We'll tune in on our German is Fun. If you haven't already seen last week's episode, make sure to watch that as well because we learned a lot of new German words and new sentences. So make sure if you haven't already to make sure to watch last week's episode of our Central Europe Satellite Studio. But for now, before we get into our topic conversation about traveling with our kids, we want to first break the ice. So for our icebreaker game, we are actually playing a game that is very suitable to our topic, which is I am packing my bags and I'm going to bring, so blank that. So for example, this is a very memorizing game. So for example, I will say, I'm packing my suitcase and I am bringing soap. And then the next person who is going to say, I'm packing my bags and I'm bringing, you have to repeat what the previous person said, which is soap, and then add your new item to it. So that keeps going on and on until someone forgets all the items or one of the items in the list. So I will first start us off, and I'll say, I'm packing my bags and I am bringing my phone charger. Brother Lewis, one of our panelists today. what are you bringing in your suitcase? Brother Lewis, we weren't able to hear you, pa?
Okay, can you hear me now, sister?
Yes.
All right, I am packing my bag and I am bringing did you say charger? Sorry, I lost connection. Charger and a refrigerator.
Okay, a refrigerator, very interesting. Brother Ryan, what are you packing in your bags?
In my bag, I will pack a charger and then a refrigerator. And then I will pack also my gas stove.
It seems like we're bringing our whole house with us, po. So gas stove, very interesting, po. Brother Henry, what are you packing in your bags?
I am packing my bag and I am bringing a phone charger, a refrigerator, a gas stove, and I will not forget my giraffe.
Oh my, so we have so big items in our suitcases. What kind of suit? Where are you guys getting your suitcases? So a giraffe, very interesting. Sister Joanna, what are you packing in your bags?
Okay, I'm packing my bag and I'm packing my phone charger, my refrigerator, my gas stove, a giraffe, and of course, I won't forget um my cookies.
Okay, something that makes a little bit more sense. So I am packing my bags and I'm bringing my phone charger, my refrigerator, a gas stove, a giraffe, and cookies. Fun fact, I love baking cookies, so that one would be actually easy for me to pack. So, other than that, I think I'm also going to pack um, my shoes. Very boring. My shoes. Okay, Brother Lewis, what are you packing? What else are you packing in your bags?
Okay, I am bringing my phone charger, refrigerator, gas stove, giraffe, cookies, shoes. I also have to bring my laptop.
Okay, laptop is an essential, really. Brother Ryan, what are you?
Oh,
What else are you packing in your bags, Paul?
big one. I think I need a truck for that. Okay. I'm packing my bag with the phone charger, refrigerator, gas stove, giraffe, cookies, shoes, laptop, and I can bring my Schlafsack. It's a German word for what is that? Sleeping bag. A sleeping bag.
Thank you, Ryan. Yes, we learned a new German word is Schlafsack. So for our viewers, again, Schlafsack is a sleeping bag. Usually we use that for camping or when we're just don't have a bed. Schlafsack, very interesting, but very essential as well. Thank you, Ryan. Brother Henry, what else are you packing in your bags?
I am packing my bag and I am bringing my phone charger, refrigerator, gas stove, giraffe, cookies, shoes, laptop, and uh, the bag that I sleep in, which I will not say in Deutsch, as well as uh, I will bring my salt and pepper.
Okay, salt and pepper also essential if you want to cook wherever you're going. Salt and pepper, very very basic. Sister Joanna, what else are you packing?
Okay, I'm packing my bag and I'm bringing my phone charger, my refrigerator, gas stove, giraffe, cookies, I think my memory is so bad. I think I'm gonna lose this one. Cookies, laptop, shoes, Wasserflasche, salt and pepper. No, no, Schlafsack. It's not Wasserflasche. Oh no, I lost.
Don't worry, sister. I was hoping it was not gonna be me, but it's okay. If you were able to keep up yours, you are one of a kind. I wrote it down just in case any of us forget. So it was really phone charger, refrigerator, gas stove, giraffe, then cookies, shoes. That's the one you forgot at the, and then our laptop, and then the Schlafsack. Wasserflash is also very essential. Always stay hydrated, everyone. Our Schlafsack and our, oh my gosh, what did Brother Henry say again? I'm blanking. Salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. Exactly, salt and pepper. So, thank you so much for all our viewers who are tuning in just now. Welcome to our INC Radio Central Satellite Studio. I'm your host today. We have Sister Joanna as our co-host. And if you have not yet been introduced to our panel, I also forgot to introduce our panel for some reason. Our panel here is from our Heidelberg cluster. If we can have from jump first to Kaiserslautern, our extension there. If we can have Brother Henry. Hi, Brother Henry.
Aloha. My name is Brother Henry. I am from the Kaiserslautern extension. I'm always glad to be here. Thank you for having me. Hope everyone enjoys our broadcast today.
Thank you, Brother Henry, for being with us again. As you can see, Brother Henry is a very familiar face in our broadcast, so thank you so much for joining us again. But moving back, formerly Kaiserslautern, now not so much anymore. In Kaiserslautern, we have Brother Lewis. Hi, brother. Welcome back for a short time being. Hi, brother.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brother Luis Santos. I am. I just registered back in the District of Hawaii Pacific. I am here on vacation, picking up my family before we move back to Hawaii for good in July. Hi, everyone.
Thank you, Brother Lewis, for being with us one last time. He's also one of our regular guests in Heidelberg. Thank you, brother, for joining us. And then last but not least, we have Brother Ryan, our resident minister. Hello, Paul.
Hello po, Sister Alicia. Thank you so much for having us in here. And welcome back po, Ka Luis. Thank you for coming back here in our cluster in Heidelberg. And to all the brethren who are watching, thank you so much. And we hope we will receive more nice tips later on from not only from us, but also from our viewers. Thank you po.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much, Karain, for joining us as well. I already see so many comments. We have so many viewers already. I want to shout out everyone already. So we have Sister Eileen Canlas, Sister Rachel Muyat, Kaninita Catalan. Hello, Paul. Sister Leah Gonzalez, Sister Rachel Inocencio, Sister Jam Oligan, and Sister Nina B, Sister Michelle Wagner. Thank you all for joining us in our broadcast tonight. Keep commenting, especially as we go over our tips and hacks on how to travel a little bit more easier with our kids. Make sure to leave also your tips on making traveling a lot easier. Okay, Sister Joanna, you can get us into our topic conversation. What is our topic conversation again? And we can already get started.
Okay, for our topic conversation for tonight's broadcast is traveling with kids. Traveling with kids is a fundamental aspect of many families' experiences, particularly for families who enjoy exploring new places together. This journey can offer both excitement and logistical challenges, encouraging families to plan effectively, educate their children about travel etiquette, and cultivate a sense of adventure and preparedness during their trips. So, for the first part of our topic conversation, topic traveling with kids, I would like to ask, well, we have three panelists. I would like to first ask Brother Henry. Brother Henry, how do you plan a family trip?
So family trip, it's always fun to plan that, especially with the kids. They work hard in school, and me and my wife we work hard in our jobs. So when we plan for our trip, we look to plan for a destination where we can really enjoy ourselves. But the first thing we always do, any trip we go to, is make sure that we always make sure that there is a place of worship and a worship schedule that we are able to attend. That is our first priority. So sometimes we will make a confirmation with whoever we need to contact there to ensure that the schedule is accurate, up to date, and that the venue is already confirmed. And as soon as we are able to confirm how we get there, when we get there, where the place of worship is, then we can actually, that's where we do the vacation, and we start to go to the landmarks that we intended to go to. And we if we're using public transportation, we'll plan the routes. I usually like to already write down exactly which bus number, which train number we'll take, what's the schedule like, what locations, destinations will stop along the way, because there's also a time limit with all of that. But again, the first thing we always do is ensure that we are able to attend the worship service. That's always our first priority.
I think everyone agrees to what Brother Henry said, that especially when we go vacations away from our city or the country, we make sure that we always can attend the worship service. And yes, we also, Brother Henry is right. Like, if we take the public transportation, if we're not taking a car, we need to make sure that we are taking um, are we taking the train, the bus? Are all public transportation available for us to take, for us to travel wherever we want to go, and for also the kids to experience and enjoy the vacation? Thank you, Brother Henry. And Brother Lewis, what are the essential things that you need when you pack traveling with your kids?
All right. So traveling with kids can be can be hard, especially for first time parents, and depends on, like how many times have you traveled already. But yeah, it's kind of challenging but also fun, because the more you travel, the more you get used to it. As a first time traveler, of course you will forget things, and that's how you learn. So it's a learning experience. And so I always make sure that I have all of the followings, especially clothes for the kids, since I have 3 kids. So I make sure that they have all the types of clothing they needed. Depends on the weather, because you'll never know. Like for example, you intend to travel during spring, and then suddenly the weather did not cooperate and it's still super cold. So I want to make sure that I have, extra clothes for them. I have the proper, shoes for them. I have the medicine, all the emergency, travel kits, and you never know what will happen. Also, the food for the kids, they get they get hungry easily, so you don't want them to make tantrums, along the way. So always feed them to make them happy. And also, bring some toys that they love, so in order, to make them busy with something. Bring some like notebook, pens. So like, when you're in the airplane and there's no, like, entertainment system, they have something to do. And yeah, those stuffs.
I couldn't agree more, Brother Lewis, because for me, I also love to travel, but of course, it's very different. As if I go solo travel, of course, I don't have kids, but you guys having kids, I couldn't imagine if, like, having a single kid or a baby or a toddler with you. And well, some have more than 2 or 3 kids, and it's really hard to look after the kids while traveling, especially when it's out of town or out of the country. It's very hard, but like what you've said, it's where we learn. and it's also where we get new experiences in life. And yes, the joy of the kids is also joy of the parents. So yes, I couldn't agree more, brother. Like also the foods, like you said, kids can get grumpy, and if they don't have the toys or the food, the drinks they wanted, of course you will also feel um worried for them. So they you will feel that, oh, maybe they're not going to enjoy the trip. So of course you will also have to pack a lot of things. But yeah, it's always you have to prioritize the kids, and the parents can adjust. But it's it's more important that we give that the parents give the happiness that the kids uh wanted, and the parents never had when they traveled as a kid. I think you understand what I mean. When kids travel with their parents, and then you parents making them experience what you never experienced, is another level of happiness. So brother Ryan, I also wanted to ask you if you also wanted to input more with what brother Henry and brother Louis said, with what what are the essential things you need to pack, and then how do you plan a family trip as
Well, actually, they said already the essential things that we need in traveling. Of course, planning ahead is the best thing if you want to go to vacation. Always have a checklist, or especially for us when we have our kids, like Henry had 2 kids, rather Louis 3 kids, and also me, I have 3 sons. And sometimes as parents, what we need to bring is a lot of patience. Eh? Because every child they have their own personalities. So during the travel time, you need to give them a lot of attention, especially if the kid needs something special food. The kid is like have allergies, so we need to bring everything that everyone need to be satisfied. Diba? So yeah, planning ahead is the best thing that we can do, especially in traveling. And every child, like I said, has different personalities. So as parents, we don't want that our trip will be like a disaster, chaos, right? We want that our children will be happy, and for us also, that will be a memorable day or maybe a memorable week or something that we planned that already. Like I said, planning is the best thing, so that all the days that you're having your vacation, yes, sometimes they will be like spontaneous that they you want to do something that it's not in your list. So always also be ready. So spontaneously, always be ready. So that you will not be shocked. Oh, what happened? I didn't bring this. I didn't bring that. So always be ready, right? So there's always an emergency or plan B. If the plan A doesn't go well, there's a plan B, and also there's a plan C for the last solution for that. Okay, so again, planning is the best, so that your vacation will be also the best one. Oh, thank you, po.
I couldn't agree more po, Ryan. Having a checklist, having a um, plan B, and of course, like what you've said po, patience. Especially, I think it's something that new parents, like first time parents, can take note of po, from our panelists po, who have more than one or aren't new to the parenthood po. And okay. I would like to ask also, Brother Ryan, what are some challenges you encounter po while traveling with your kids, and how do you solve them po?
Oh, that's a good question, sister. There's always a challenge, like especially when we go to other city, different sightseeing, different food, and that is sometimes the challenge because, like I said, every child has their own likeness, personalities. Sometimes one's like some meat, the other one like some junk food, right? So we are going to a place where we can have them all in one. And sometime in that place, if it's a new one, we need to go furthermore and ask. And the big challenge for that is, especially when we are walking or when we're just traveling, they need to have like, because my children are still small, um, they need a comfortable shoes, everything that is comfortable, light, lightweights. And if we don't have those things, sometimes they said it's too heavy for me, and the other one, carry me. Can we take a scooter? Can we take a bike? Those things, those are already really challenge as a parents, especially if you are big family, okay? And sometimes the challenge for that is the solution for that. Like, I mean, is to give them another option. Oh, I want an ice cream, but there is no ice cream in there. Oh, how about this one? We go this place, so that they will change their mind, so that everyone will be happy. So let's divert. Always a diversion is there, or bring everything that you think that it might help you during your travel in the backpack. So that sometimes your backpack is really full and it's only for um, the children, like food, water. Sometimes I don't want water, I want juice, I want this, I want soda. So everything that we think in advance already that they need, bring it. I know parents need to carry them, bring them all. But if we want that they will be a nice one, the parents should be like not sacrifice, but it will be the one who's going to carry them all. Like I said, patience, and they have a lot of parents should have a lot of patience, so that the children will be also happy, and especially your family will be happy during your vacation. Okay, well, that's our experience, and that's our challenge. Every time we go to on vacation, or
Thank you, Poka Ryan, for that very inspiring answer. Because I'm not a parent, but I'm inspired by your answer. Especially kids, they really have short span of patience. So adults can adjust just for the kids to feel happy and enjoy their vacation. Brother Henry, what are some challenges po, aside from what Karayan said po? What are some challenges you encountered and how do you solve them during travel with your kids po?
Oh, and traveling with kids, um, it's, I mean, with or without kids, I think there's also the language where you're going to, especially in this continent. Um, for example, us being from Hawaii and our first time in Germany, when we arrived and we have to use the restroom and we see, uh, pardon my pronunciation, but you see like the men and heron, and so initially you're thinking, oh, her and men. Okay, I'll go to the men. Oh, wrong bathroom, or you take the wrong clothes, or you're in the wrong section. So then you have to bring out your translation application. So things like that. When you have to find needs not just for yourself but for your children, and it's in a different language. So when we go to the different countries in Europe, and once you cross the border, it's a new language. If you go north, it's Dutch. Oh, I don't know Dutch. You go east. Oh, okay, they still speak some German, but it's shifting. It's a different kind of German, and so it's very challenging with the language barrier to find the things for your kids. But I noticed that the easiest translation is ice cream. And so when you find the ice cream flavor for your kids, that's how we've surpassed that challenge. Is that's the easiest one to translate. Oh, look, I found chocolate. It's chocolat. Oh, there it is. We can get that one for you because that's the only one I understand. So it's a fun adventure to travel with your kids. It's a challenge. There are challenges, but you can also make the best of it. That when you figure out what things really mean using all of your applications, then it sticks in your mind what all these definitions are, and your kids also learn the language, and you as the adult and the parent, oh, I figured out, okay, this is the right bathroom, this is the right clothes I should wear now, this is the section I should go. It's all fun. It's not too stressful, but as you go along, it's not it won't be a disaster in that kind of situation. There, if the rest of that country is surviving, then there's always a. It shouldn't be too hard for us to survive too.
Thank you, Brother Henry, for that answer. And I couldn't agree more with that language challenge. Because I've also been traveling, and yeah, if you're not courageous enough to speak their language, or you're too shy to ask for directions, or even just for a simple conversation with someone, well, you really will get lost. And who knows if your phone battery will be empty, or if you don't have a signal, and of course you really need to ask. So really planning for even just for simple conversations and simple questions that you can memorize to ask the locals in that place, especially abroad or another country, it will be really really helpful with your travels. So, Brother Lewis, how about you, pa? What are the challenges, and yeah, how what are the challenges you encounter during traveling with your kids, and how do you solve them, pa?
Speaking of challenges, yeah, number one is the toilet issue. Having kids, they need to potty all the time. Like sometimes every half an hour, they're asking for a toilet. I'm just glad that my kids uh, don't have to wear diapers anymore. But I was imagining, when we first got here in Germany, they were still using diapers, and we really need to find the bathroom, where we can lie them down and change their diapers. Especially number two is that is so hard. And also, like during uh, like traveling for long hours, and like for example more than 5 hours, oh my gosh, they will get antsy, and then they will do tantrum, they will get crazy, and you don't know what to do. You're on the autobahn, and you need to wait for the parking spot, before you can stop. Yeah, those are the challenges. And I remember, like, can I just like close my ears, so I don't have to hear the screaming. And sometimes I just pray, oh, God, please help us, please make my kids, like, good, those kind of stuff. It was so challenging, and it was so fun. um yeah, but it was so memorable for me and my wife. But yeah, we didn't have any regrets. We loved it, and it was a fulfilling experience for both of us as parents.
Well, also that's a very very big challenge, especially when you mentioned when you're in an autobahn and they really need to go number two. Well, I think it's easier when they are babies that you can just change the diapers, but how about the toddlers that they really need to go to the toilet? But yeah, that's a really big challenge, and I think it's also a big um, aspect of being a parent where you really can learn a lot of things while your kids are growing up. So we have comments here from Brother Stefan Schilman. Yes, but always check first the worship service in the place where you're planning to have vacation. Hash and also from um, Louis Joanne, meeting brethren around the world, and greetings always met with warm brotherhood. Hashtag Heidelberg Cluster, hashtag Kaiserslautern, hashtag Stuttgart, hashtag Schwabisch Hall. From Sister Destiny Koenig, snacks and stuff to play with are very essential when traveling with kids, especially when the trip will take long via air transport. Hashtag Wiesbaden. Also from Sister Trisha Ikban, it's not a fun trip without the added chaos. Hashtag Heidelberg, hashtag Stuttgart, hashtag Kaiserslautern, hashtag Schwabis Hall. And I think a lot of parents will agree with what Sister Trisha Ikban said with the comment. Another comment from Sister Louis, Joanne. Feel like traveling with kids is like feeding birds. Need to keep feeding them to keep going. Hashtag Heidelberg cluster. Um, from Brother Mark, we're traveling right now with kids, but they're sleeping. Hashtag Heidelberg, hashtag Stuttgart, hashtag Kaiserslautern, hashtag Schwäbisch Hall. From Sister Rachel in Essentia, traveling is fun and making the most of it with great memories to treasure. And first, making sure you are able to attend the worship service first. Hashtag Heidelberg, hashtag Stuttgart, hashtag Kaiserslautern, and hashtag Schwäbisch Hall. Another comment from Sister Jennifer Ortiz. We love visiting and worshiping in new locales, especially singing hymns in other languages. Hashtag Heidelberg, hashtag Stuttgart, hashtag Kaiserslautern, and hashtag Schwäbisch Hall. Another comment from Sister Linda Calvelo. Traveling to tropical islands, especially Philippines, we have to be careful with drinking water. Always drink bottled water to avoid stomach problem. Hashtag Berlin Meissen. Well, that's really one thing that a lot of not only parents should consider, especially when traveling, when we talk about water. And yes, I think we are done with the first part of our topic conversation. And I think we will be back. Kuya Tech, we can take our station break. And to our viewers watching and tuning in our broadcast, we will see you later.
This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Before and after I eat, I wash my hands. Here is how my mom taught me to do. First, wet your hands with clean running water and apply soap. Then lather your hands by rubbing them together with soap. Scrub your hands between your fingers and under your nails. Scrub your hands for approximately 30 seconds. Rinse your hands under clean running warm water. And dry your hands using a clean towel or air dry them.
Hello, I'm Sister Lillian Talons, and here's how I brush my teeth as my mom taught me. Brushing your teeth after every meal or at least twice a day is another hygiene habit that everyone should have. Brushing your teeth is an important part of your dental care routine and help to prevent gum disease. Hi, I'm Katie Natividad. My mom taught me that before going to bed and after waking up in the morning, I should wash my face. I comb my hair every day so it always looks good. And I make sure my clothes are clean before I go to bed. Good night.
But it is right to show kindness.
Welcome back to our broadcast for tonight. Okay, for those who just tuned in, our topic for tonight is traveling with kids. Time check, Central European Summertime, 8 o'clock, 8:40 p.m. in the evening. So, okay, before we continue with the next part of our topic conversation, we will we will have our segment for the food of the week, brownies tutorial. Kuya Tech.
Hello everyone! Here's a simple brownie recipe to satisfy your sweet tooth. First off, here's the ingredients you will be needing. In a bowl, melt 170 grams of butter. Make sure to cool it down before adding your 3/4 cups of cocoa powder. Mix these two together until it's smooth, just like this. In a separate bowl, combine 1 3/4 cups of brown sugar with 3 eggs. Mix these two together until the sugar is completely dissolved. Then add half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and lastly, your butter cocoa mixture from earlier. Mix these together until well combined. Lastly, add 3/4 cups of flour and your chocolate chips or any toppings you like. Mix these in and make sure not to overmix at this step. In a square pan lined with parchment paper, you can add the brownie mixture. Make sure to spread everything evenly. After that, place it in your preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 20 to 25 minutes. After taking it out, use the toothpick method to check if your brownie is finished baking. Wait at least 10 minutes to cool down before cutting it. And there you have easy homemade brownies to share with your loved ones. Enjoy!
Okay, welcome back everyone. I hope you all enjoyed that brownie tutorial. I was kind of getting hungry while watching it and while also making that video. But if any of you try that brownie video, let me know and see how it turns out. I'm very excited for anyone who tries out that recipe. But before we go on with our topic conversation, which is about traveling with our kids, we will first have our CFO in action segment with Brother Ryan. Hello, Poka Ryan.
Hello po. Welcome back po. Can we have... Hello po? Can you hear me? Okay. So in our district, in the district of Central Europe, people, Kuya Tech, can we have the um, photos? Yes, there you go. Thank you so much. Well, so here in the district of Central Europe, we had our baptism. And with God's help, my beloved brethren, and our guests and our viewers, it was a blessing from our Almighty God because, again, He added um, new Bible, not on new members in the Church of Christ. It was in different countries also. They're not just Filipinos, but also from different countries. Like as you can see here, you can already see there are brothers here in the front. And also after that po, we had our short celebration, taking pictures with the new baptized brethren, with of course with other members in our district po who joined in our district baptism. And it was really a memorable day because there's a lot of brethren who join us on that special event there in the local congregation of Frankfurt po. So once again po, thank you so much to those who join us, especially praise be to our Almighty God po. And that's for us po. Thank you so much po, Kuya Tek, and also let's go back to Sister Alicia po. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brother Ryan, for reporting to us our district activities of our last week's activities and as well as our this week's activities. So let us continue with our topic conversation. As you all know, we have been discussing the essentials and the problems we encounter when we travel with our children and how to solve those problems. But one more question. What I would like to ask Brother Henry? Brother Henry, what is the number one thing you would recommend as your number one hack or your number one tip when it comes to traveling with your kids, and what makes the load a little bit lighter?
So for us parents, when we had our children, they, of course, they start out as infants and babies. So how do you travel with a an infant? We have what is called a diaper bag. And that diaper bag has all the essentials from milk to uh, their diapers, their clothes, their anything need to ensure that the baby has their needs. Now, does the diaper bag go away as the children get older? Uh, it evolves, it changes to match whatever their needs are, um, because they will still have specific tastes and foods that they like. So we try to bring those specific snacks that no matter where we go, uh, they have everything that they need. Because when you go to traveling to a different place, it's not like for us adults that we can easily find what we're looking for and even easily be satisfied and have our needs fulfilled, with all the choices that we are open to. But our children, they can only eat certain things and they only choose certain things. And so one of the things that the number one things we need with traveling is to ensure that the children have everything that they need, uh, not just their food but their comfort, the proper attire, that they are well rested, that they are well hydrated, especially that they are hydrated with everything that you're doing. So the number one thing is responding to their needs and having everything that they need, so that the trip will be memorable for the whole family.
Thank you, Brother Henry. How about you po, Brother Lewis po? What are your tips and hacks to make traveling easier with your children po?
Okay, my first tip is if you are flying, uh, make sure you consider the departure and arrival time of your flight. What does that mean? Like for example, the departure time, like it shouldn't be too early in the morning. Our kids, we need to give them, good sleep, so everything will go smoothly. If you try to wake them up early, the tendency is they're not gonna be, at peace. They're gonna be crying along the way, and which will give stress to you, and everything will be, no matter how you plan the trip, yeah, yeah, things will change in an instant. So try to leave like in the middle of the day, and make sure that the arrival time in your destination is not too late. Like for example, midnight. Uh, Consider your kids. How are they gonna be? If you arrive in your destination like in the midnight. uh, Also, the mode of transportation. Are there taxis still, at the airport? Are there buses? Is the car rental still open during that time? So, yeah, consider those stuff. And also, when booking a place to stay, make sure that it is family friendly. Try reading the reviews, not just like, oh, this one is like 10 out of 10, but only two people reviewed it. So look out for those, because and also the location of the hotel. You traveling with kids, you want to make sure that it's family friendly, not like it's next to like a casino or a red light district, those kind of stuff. So make sure that it's safe, the environment is safe, um, it's secured, taking into consideration about the security concerns, like, and whenever you go to a place, make sure that you also watch the news. What is the How is the crime rate there? The terrorism, is there a demonstration? How's the scam? How's the domestic violence in there? Those kind of stuffs. And before I travel, I also make sure that I know where is the nearest embassy. So just in case something happens, I can go to the nearest embassy for help, and also the nearest hospital.
Thank you, Brother Lewis. I think everyone, most of the viewers, or I think everyone will agree to your hacks and tips. And Brother Ryan po, what can you add po with what Brother Henry and Brother Lewis said about the tips and hacks to make the traveling easier with your children po?
Um, I think they said the most already, but of course, every parents prepare differently. Okay, for us, for me, and my children, if they know that we're going out, they're really hyped, excited. Of course, it should be because it's not every day that they can go out or special days. Now, yes, we do all prepare for the children for our so that they will be happy, comfortable, everything. But of course, as parents, we should also condition ourselves because it will not help if the children are comfortable, but the parents are like lacking in everything. So also as parents, we should also think for ourselves. I'm in a good condition for the trouble. Um, how about my health? Is it okay? Because even though we said, oh, that okay, that's for my children, they will remember me. But then again, you don't feel comfortable in that day. Then it doesn't suit to them. So the children will also feel that. And if they feel that, they say, "Are you okay with that? Are you okay, mom?" And then they start worrying. So before anything else, make prayer panata so that everything on that day will be all prepared, not only for that day, but even our health ourselves, so that everything will be fine. Of course, we can only do that with God's help. So even though it's only a vacation, again, it's only a vacation, but again, there's always something will happen. We cannot say that everything will be fine so that everything will be good. So for us as members of the Church of Christ, we do pray for that day. Everything that we ask Him from our God, that everything that will be fine. So let's ask Him on that day, please God, give us a nice weather, even especially our health. Also give us a strong health, good health, so that we can have our family bonding without any hindrances, so that your vacation will be good, po. Of course, it's always consult our Almighty God in everything we do, po. Yeah, I think that's only the thing that I can add more because they have said everything, po. Thank you, po.
Thank you so much po, Kara. And I also cannot agree more with what you've said po. Like, even though if you prioritize the comfort and everything for the children, if you yourself aren't healthy enough to be somewhere outside your comfort zone, it won't be a very memorable vacation or travel with your kids. Okay, so we've all been waiting for the winners of our top three clusters. Kuya Tek?
Third place, Zurich Cluster. Second place, Bayern Cluster. First place, Berlin Cluster.
Okay, one more congratulations to our winners from our top 3 clusters challenge from last week. A round of applause for all of them. Thank you all for participating in our comment section. Make sure before we end our broadcast to keep writing in your comments so that they can be counted in our next week's winners top 3 clusters. So I would like to thank all of our viewers and our listeners for watching and listening to our tonight's broadcast, and especially for our panel for joining. And we would also like to thank our District CFO Advisor, Brother Scott Augustin, our Assistant District Minister, Brother Jason Dulalas, and of course our District Minister, Brother Joel B. Catalan. We would also, of course, like to thank our CFO Coordinator, Brother Angelo Aranio Vimanalo, our CEBSI President, and most importantly, we would like to thank the church administration and our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, for allowing us to have this broadcast. Thank you all for watching our INCRadio Central Europe. We'll see you all next week. Bye po!